we're on our way to meet up with Jay from Nostalgia Ranch. Lucky and I were kind of going over all the parts on the car and noticed that the PSI bones won't work. The decision was to go back to the original plan, which was finding some 32 bones. And we put the word out, and Jay over there has a set of 32 bones he's gonna hook me up with. So I'm bringing these two chumps along too, because it's fun to look at people's stuff, and he's got kick-ass stuff. Alright, well, we're here.
Grapefruit smoothies.
We found it.
All right.
Let me park. Some race cars and some good stuff over there.
Yeah.
Cabrillo Cabriolet.
That came to me from a customer in Germany.
That's awesome.
He keeps changing his mind on what he's going to do and that sort of thing. But it's getting the McCulloch blown flathead
nice.
in it. And then one of our club members bought this, and it's got an 1100 horsepower small block for it. You know, blown alcohol but he's never driven a rail before, so I'm like, let's just put a 500 horsepower.
Yeah.
Go train.
Baby steps, baby steps.
Yeah, this wheel for it yesterday.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. It's still got the microphone button on it.
Oh, that's badass.
You know.
That's killer.
Yeah, so that should be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun little car. All right, well, Jay is kind enough to now donate these to the project. Yeah, those are those are actually 34s, but they'll work. Yeah.
Yeah, they're nice and straight. So
Yeah, awesome.
that's it.
Well,
No, glad they're going to a good home, man.
buddy. I appreciate it. I won't geotag it. No one knows this mysterious spot. Oh, thanks, Jay, for hooking us up. That's really awesome.
Not a problem. Glad I could help.
Who's here? Look who's here.
Why are you trying to scare me? That did not scare me at all.
Totally scared you.
Not at all. Not even one little bit.
So Pierre just got here.
Nice try.
Pierre just got here and I was gonna just start filming. We got all this banjo cleaned up, taken apart. They're ready for assembly. I got that the bearing race out of the banjo and the pinion. This is the pinion that we got to clean up and reuse because it matches that ring gear. Just take some cleaning up. That's all.
Apparently, my buddy has been like an elf. He came in and started doing some disassembly of that banjo center that was fighting him, I should say, because I was just watching him get mad. This looks really good. Looks really nice. And this is gonna be kick-ass. All right, so today I guess we're gonna continue our mission.
We're gonna do a little bit of everything.
So Jay brought his Roadster by, looking pretty badass, buddy.
Yeah, man.
First week on the road. We're gonna have some fun in the summertime.
It's gonna be so good.
So good. Woo! I love this. My favorite. Thanks, Mark Skipper.
Because I don't want to take this bearing off, I'm gonna literally just work it and push it in this bottom side, get it to fill up all the rollers. Pushing the grease in, pushing the grease in. Okay.
Now what are we doing?
We're going to finger this banjo.
Oh yeah, there it goes. That's looking nice, buddy. I like what you're doing there. Yeah, chrome don't get you home. That's it. Oh, there it is. So close.
She's close.
So close.
I gotta get that race all the way down.
Something happened. Lucky's turning into the Hulk. Lucky's turning into the Hulk.
I'm so glad you think that's not normal for in here.
That's true, but you look funny. You look like the Hulk.
You should see me after I polish. I'm not
You should see me when I get mad.
the shit.
Yep. Yep. Is that in all the way?
No.
Oh. Nice job though. You got strong arms.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We pressed that in, and it's all nice and lubied up.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice. Don't film this.
We got this guy
That guy.
and this guy.
Oh, do we remember those guys?
We basically parted out two different banjos to make this good, shiny chrome one, and we're just getting it back together so we can finish building the center section with the ring gears and the axles.
I also picked up this weekend. I picked up these nice new axles from an early Ford store. They are pretty nice. This one's really nice. This one almost looks brand new. This one's got a little bit of pitting, but it's nice. So
We're gonna move on to the center section now on the spider gear.
I'm gonna clean just the ends, and so we could get the bearings on there nicely. Like new. Perfect. We might have to tap some of these. That's so badass. Shout out to Johnny for the spider gear. I'm gonna start giving shout outs.
Go Johnny boy.
Let's start giving shout outs. Who you wanna give out a shout out to?
Bob Lee. What's
Hey,
up, buddy?
shout out to Bob Bleed. I'm gonna say shout out to Alex Gambino.
Gambino.
The one and only Alex Gambino. You wanna shout out?
I'm going to give a shout out to old Harrison Poole.
Oh, Harrison. Shout out to Harrison. So, yeah, shout out to all those fine fellows. Wow. Look at that. That was like butter. Bitchin'.
About time something went right.
Right. Lots of grease. And what kind of grease are we using here?
Red. Timken.
Timken. Shout out to Timken.
Through there. See, come up through there.
Mm-hmm.
See? See? Come over there.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna use the old one to start.
Yeah, because the thing goes pretty funky.
Okay, we got this center section wrapped up. All we got to do now is get the tubes out.
Okay.
And pop the seals and
we
put new seals in the tubes, and then we can put this whole banjo together.
Cool.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, time for the show.
So these seals, wait,
I hear it.
sometimes
Oh.
they come out. Most times they don't. Aha!
Oh.
That's what was keeping the grease from not spitting out your wheels.
That's gross. All right, we dropped the bearing in there. Is it in there?
Yeah, it's in there.
He's got his,
My ram.
I was going to say your official Henry Ford bearing pusher. Nice.
How many times is this going to come apart? It's going to come apart a lot.
Okay. If you say so.
So we just we were assembling this banjo, and we just came across an unfortunate situation. We got this chrome center section. Somebody put a lot of work into it and polished it up and had it chromed. Probably spent some good money. And we can't get the bells on. And after not knowing what was going on, we figured it out finally. This center section in its previous life must have took an impact right here. That would be in the back of the car. And it's bent. It's ovaled in the center here. The bells won't go on. The bolt holes don't line up, and you can see where the edge of the inside of the banjo is here. So it's basically a paperweight. Well, somebody could make a light out of it or something. You know, people do that stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
But it's junk. It's not going to go in a car, unfortunately. The good news is we pressed that damn pinion in already. Now I have to get it out again. I mean, it's shiny junk. Unfortunately, it sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we trying to put it together. I put together a bunch of these rear ends before, and I've never had this problem of a tube not fitting and sitting in and bolt holes not lining up to where we even thought maybe a different year. But I know they're all the same, so that wasn't making sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the problem right there.
All right, well, I'm back home. So, as stated earlier, the chrome banjo obviously was it wasn't round. It was oval. I contacted Mark Skipper, and he was kind enough to hook a brother back up. And so now I'm working on this guy. I just got back from Walden's. I had it sandblasted. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to clean up, try to make it smooth, like at least a little bit more than it is. And then we're going to have to wait to see how long it takes. We're going to chrome this one now. But that's how hot rodding goes, I guess, you know? Like some parts work, some parts you don't know if they're messed up or not until you actually start putting them together. And so yeah, I'm gonna get to it. All right, so after some grinding and some smoothing, I got it pretty smooth, or at least got all the pits out. There's some here that are around the edge, which I'm gonna wait till I get to Lucky's because we're gonna DA the whole thing. But yeah, it looks pretty good. There's a couple pits in it, which will probably have to get filled, but you know, I got it at least smooth enough.
Cut this off because you gotta.
Yeah.
And we're gonna wind up moving it over here somewhere.
All right.
When it's all said and done. We don't really know yet. I'm just throwing this rear end together so we can start mocking up the bones. But this is just a mock-up. That's why we're using the center.
We're going back to mock-up mode.
Nobody needs to know.
So we're going full circle is what you're saying.
Yeah, you know, we like to do it more than once.
We like to clean everything up and mock it back up again.
That chrome one was too nice to use anyway.
Yeah,
we're just misshapen.
Yeah, totally misshapen. So it seems like everything's working out there, big guy?
Yeah. Everything is doing what it's supposed to now. Now we have to cut some brackets and we can get our rear bones triangulated and cut and brackets made and welded to everything. So that'll finish up the rear end.
Yeah.
With the mock-up stuff.
So the reason why we have to give it this bend is because these are actually 34 bones, and 32 bones from the factory came with a little bend in it. So a little pie cut in action, a little bending, and now they're like a 32.
This is where the bones are going to triangulate from the rear axle to the center of the torque tube. We are making a bracket for the bones to weld onto the tubes. I'm going to shorten these quite a bit. I'm going to cut them right around here, and then we're going to graft that back in. Maybe split it and flatten it a little bit. All of this has got to get welded up. Once we weld this up and make it more solid, I think it's going to be just fine. And they're only 1.5 feet long, so it's not like...
Yeah, the shorter the stronger.
Yeah, it's not like the torque that you're putting on them, or that whole rear end. It becomes a solid piece. You know?
Yeah.
I think it'll be just fine.
Cool.
What we wound up doing was we cut the bones down, we shortened them, we got the center mount located, We got them bent, got the rear brackets tacked on the torque tubes. We got it all put back together, and then we ran our center line again and triangulated, and we're within 1/8 of an inch, which I'll take all day long. This rear axle is really perpendicular to the center line of the car, so that when we set the front end and the axle and the bones up there, we'll be able to pull back from axle to axle nut and locate our front, so that ultimately at the end of the day, our car's not driving sideways down the road, going straight.
All right, well, here we are. That was quite an eventful few weeks. It was going all well until the Banjo situation happened, and that's okay. We kept moving along, and
We have a good start on this whole rear end. It's squared up, triangulated, sitting where it's supposed to sit for the first time, so it's way better. We have a little bit to finish up on the bones. It's got to come apart, get cleaned up, welded, which is no big deal. When we blow it apart again, we'll take care of all of that. As for now, we can move forward.
one of the things we've noticed is this cross member that he built is going to need to be sort of reshaped a little bit, so because the bones are obviously hitting right now. So don't put in the comments that those bones aren't going to work because they're going to hit. We are very aware that they're going to hit because they're actually pretty much sitting on.
By finally getting those triangulated and in, we realized that that K-member is a little too big. So it's no big deal to shorten it up and get it out of the way.
Plenty to do. Keep watching. Hit the subscribe button. You know all that jazz. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.
Do it.
Do it.
Once again, thank you for coming to our theater tonight. Have an enjoyable evening.